while we get all set up. 大家晚安。Okay, we're going to do a Dharma request, 请法 Dharma request ceremony. Do we have a Dharma requester? Do we have anybody? We're not going to do a Dharma request. Who's willing? Jin Xiaoshi? Okay. Yeah, let's let Jin Xiaoshi. Okay. So, what is a Dharma request? Dharma request is traditionally the way there's a saying in Buddhism that goes, the Dharma doesn't arise all by itself. There have to be conditions. And one of those conditions is that you invite the monks, in this case that would be myself and Master Henlai, to speak Dharma. And so that's been a tradition for 2,500 years. And so Master Hua, our founder, our teacher here, taught us to respond to a Dharma request. So there's one more point, which is that, hold on one second. There's a bodhisattva whose name is Samantabhadra. He's one of the important figures in our tradition, the Mahayana tradition. He has 10 practices that are said to be the high road to Buddhahood. And so one of those is to request that the Dharma wheel be turned. We call it a wheel of Dharma, because it always rolls forward and never stops. So Jin Xiaoshi, our Dharma requester, this picture is going to take incense and walk around 3 times and then bow and make a formal request. And we do it in Chinese and we do it in English. And then the monks respond, and we'll prime you with some words, and then you give them back to us. And it's pretty good. You know, you feel that there's something special happening. This is the form, the Dharma request with form. There's you could say, an invisible Dharma request that happens at the same time, which is we're invoking the Buddha, the Dharma, the Sangha, and the Dharma protectors, the spirits and wholesome beings that like to hear the Dharma spoken. They all come. If we're sincere and do it, they say Rufa, according to Dharma. So that's what we're going to be doing right now. 我们现在就举行请法的仪式，请各位合掌。If you're interested and want to join, you put your palms together and make a request silently, and then we'll do it together with sound. Okay? Jin Xiaoshi, where to go? Guys, you want to turn that off if we're not going to use it? Just hit it twice. Jin Xiaoshu is going to request in Chinese. Those of you who know can join in, and those of you who are still learning can listen. 恭请大Will the Sangha All right, that's the request, and now the monks respond, and this is a traditional way that they do it, but we're going to do it in 3 languages. Okay, I'll give you a line, you give it back. Namo Tassa
Namo Tassa
Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa.
Samma Sambuddhassa.
Homage to the blessed,
Homage to the blessed,
noble,
noble,
and perfectly enlightened one.
and perfectly enlightened one.
Namo Sadanto
Namo Satanto
Suchedoye
Suchetoye
Olahudi
Alahadi
Sangyao Samputoshe.
Sangyao Samputoshe.
Okay, that was the same thing in 3 languages. The praise of the Buddha, his awakened state, the arhat, the homage, noble, blessed, perfectly enlightened. Now, we do a verse in Chinese and we translate it in English, which is called the verse for opening up a sutra, for beginning to speak Dharma. In Chinese, it goes like this. Let's do it together. Ready? 无上甚深微妙法，百千万劫难遭遇。我今见闻得受持，愿解如来真实义。I'll give you a line, you give it back. The unsurpassed, deep, profound, subtle, wonderful Dharma. In hundreds of thousands of millions of eons is difficult to encounter. Now that I've come to receive and hold it, within my sight and hearing, I bow to fathom the thus come ones, true and actual meaning. All right, Jin Xiaoshu, you're done, thank you. So that's the ceremony, that's called the Dharma request. Before we start, I need to know something about who is here. Let me ask in Chinese. 我想先问清楚，有多少人必须要听中国话，就说英文是不行？真的，请举手，要听中文的人。Wow, 2, 3. Oh man, great. That means we don't have to speak Chinese. You guys only speak, you suffer. I'm sorry, this is Buddhism, you get to suffer. That's how it is. That's really good. Okay, now say it in Vietnamese. Ask how many people need to hear Vietnamese that don't get English.
A Di Đà Phật, xin thầy hỏi là Phật tử đây bao nhiêu cần nghe tiếng Việt, nghĩa là không nghe tiếng Anh được, chỉ cần nghe tiếng Việt thôi. Chỉ cần phải nghe tiếng Việt, nghĩa là không nghe tiếng Anh được, hoàn toàn cần tiếng Việt. Lần nữa là bao nhiêu Phật tử cần nghe tiếng Việt, có nghĩa là nghe tiếng Anh không được, chỉ tiếng Việt thôi. Đưa tay cao cao lên. quý thầy có hỏi là đây có người có tự dịch cho tiếng Việt không? Có người phụ trách không? Đồng thời. Yes, that's a translator, simultaneous translation.
That the reason why I ask is if we don't translate, we save half the time, and we can say twice as much. Okay. So 就说 do we have a Chinese translation? 有没有谁会翻译中文？有没有谁？就你们长体生寺经常翻译中文的人呢？他在不在场？ No, okay. Hey, never mind. That's all right. Don't worry about the screen. It's okay. We'll do it. It's all right. Thank you. I know you're working hard there. So here's where we are. Okay, let's forge ahead. I don't speak Vietnamese. I would like to, but I don't. If there are people who really want to hear Vietnamese, better come up with a translator, because I can't help you. This.
I can go over there.
Okay, can you do that?
Yeah.
That would solve our problem. Can we all sit together with this gentleman? What's your name? So if you can all sit with Tom, then you can hear Vietnamese, and I can speak English. And now Tom has to understand what I'm saying. If you can't understand me, we're in trouble. Okay. No deal, right? So. Is he here? I didn't see him. He or she? Okay. Who's that? All right. Already taken care of. Good. We just want people to be able to understand. Okay. Now, the three people who raised their hands and said they need to hear Chinese,